Guys, now that we have talked about our linear expressions, labeling all the different pieces, and then how to simplify them in our last lesson, we're now going to talk about adding linear expressions. So a linear expression is an algebraic expression in which the variable is raised to the first power. Meaning, as you look through these, you'll see that there are no exponents, because our exponents would all be 1, which we don't have to write. So 7-3, we're going to talk about adding them. Later we'll talk about subtracting. So if we look at our first example, 3x plus 4 plus 2x plus 1. Because we are adding, we actually don't have to do much with the parentheses. There's nothing being multiplied right out front. There's no distribution to take care of. So we could ignore them. Then if it helps, we can rewrite this so that our like terms are next to each other. So we have 3x plus 2x plus 4 plus 1. Now again, we're ignoring the parentheses because of the addition sign in between. Now if we think back to what we did in lesson 2, we're going to combine our like terms. So 3x plus 2x, we're going to add those coefficients. Leaves us with 5x plus 4 plus 1 we know is 5. We know that we cannot combine these because they're not like terms. So our final answer is 5x plus 5. Alright, if we look at part B, we have the quantity of 4x plus 2 plus the quantity of negative 2x plus 2. Again, because we are adding, we can rewrite this so that our like terms, our x's, and our constants are next to each other. So negative 4x minus 2x, you could also write that as plus a negative 2x, plus 2 plus 2. So negative 4x minus 2x, or negative 4x plus negative 2x would give us a negative 6x plus 2 plus 2 gives us 4, so negative 6x plus 4. Alright, 2a. Negative 2x plus 4 plus 8x minus 4. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this again so that our like terms are next to each other. Negative 2x plus 8x plus 4 minus 4. Negative 2x plus 8x. Negative 2 plus 8 gives us a positive 6x plus 4 minus 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. If I add 0 to anything, going back to our properties, it's the same thing. So our final answer is just 6x. And last but not least, I see I have a negative 4x plus a 5x, negative 1 minus a 3. So negative 4x plus 5x minus 1 minus 3. Combining like terms leaves us with just x, or 1x. Negative 1 minus 3 gives us a negative 4, so x minus 4. Okay, so there's some examples of adding linear expressions. Again, in this case, the parentheses did not do anything because we were adding and there were no numbers on the outside to distribute. Now, applying this idea. Finding the perimeter. A rectangle has side lengths of 5x minus 1 units and 2x plus 1 units. So it doesn't matter which sides we're picking. If I make my longer side here 5x minus 1 and my shorter side 2x plus 1. So part A, write and simplify a linear expression for the perimeter of the rectangle. So perimeter of a rectangle, we know we have two sides. Our opposite sides are the same. So that's 5x minus 1. This is also 5x minus 1. If this is 2x plus 1, this side is also 2x plus 1. So you could write this out, that you're adding all four of them together, but you could also do 2 times 5x minus 1 plus 2 times 2x plus 1. So there's my initial expression. Now I want to simplify, meaning that there are no parentheses and we have combined all like terms. So if I distribute my 2's, 2 times 5x gives us 10x minus 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 times 2x is 4x plus 2 times 1 is 2. Now we want to look at like terms. So I have 10x and 4x. I have a negative 2 and a positive 2. So combining like terms, 10x plus 4x gives me 14x. And negative 2 plus 2 is 0, so I know I don't need it, so it's just 14x. So then part B, I'm going to write this over here so it's a little bigger. That's our answer. Find the perimeter of the rectangle if the value of x is 5.4 units. So if I know my initial expression is 14x, we are told that x is 5.4, so we're going to substitute 14 times 5.4. Remember, when they're right next to each other like that, that means we're multiplying. So we just have to multiply that out. 14 times 5.4 gives us 75 and 6 tenths. We weren't told any units, specifically like feet or centimeters, so we just write units. 75 and 6 tenths units. Right, that's the end of the lesson. A couple problems for you to try now. So we have perimeter, and then finding the actual perimeter if you're told that x equals 2. Make sure you label appropriately. Show all your work. And that's it.